So here you have where they can pass motions. So councillors can go in with issues that they may have or may bring up, and they sit them here in front of this fella here, this councillor Brian McDonough, with his big gold chain on him, to represent power. So this man holds the power. Not the final say, but he holds the power on what, you have to go in and basically sit in front of this fella and tell him why you're trying to pass something, or what bill you want to pass it and why you want to pass it. So Patrick Quinlan is in there now, and he asked this question. Now, it's about 4 or 5 minutes, and I will break in now and again because there's a bit in the middle that I want to talk about, but have a listen to this.
29, Councillor Quinlan. Councillor Quinlan.
Yeah, so thanks very much, sir. Essentially, I asked this as a question originally in first council meeting I was in attendance of, and was given the answer that we have the information. People have to tick a box, fill out the information on their social housing application form. It's just that it'd take too long for the council to collate that information. That's why I'm putting it down here as a motion today. Yeah, that's why I'm putting it down here as a motion today. This is one of the main things that my constituents are looking for an answer to. In 2013, Councillor Curtin Dennison asked a very similar question and was given an answer. At that time, it was 51% of Fingal County Council social housing list was for the national, and I think that's just a bit of a gap in between then and now.
Back in 2013, folks. 2013, he just said there, and now it came up 2011. So that must have meant that it was initially 2011 that happened. When he said 2013, 2011 popped up with an asterisk. So in 2011, another councillor requested this and was given an answer that council housing estates account for 51% of council housing estates account for foreign nationals. 51% in 2011. Continue.
An update on that figure, and that's what I'm asking for. I'm asking the council to support an update on that figure.
Straightforward question, isn't it? Just like, yeah, it's been 13 years since we last had this figure. Could we update it and see where we stand now? Yeah, easy enough question. Logical. Yeah. Just to see what percentage of council houses go to actual Irish nationals. Not nationalists, just Irish nationals. Let's have a go. They have a vote on it.
Councillor Bird.
Thanks, Chair. I'm opposed to this motion. I'm glad the council didn't answer it.
Upset if the council even had that information, because I just see it as a total irrelevance. The same way as wanting to know what people's religions are, people's ages, all of it is totally irrelevant to the work we do in this council.
You see how they all just gang up? They all immediately just gang up on Mr. Quinlan. Isn't that mad? They're bullying him. They're bullying him off. Like, how dare you even bring that up, type of thing.
Thanks, Chair. And yeah, I also oppose the motion.
Even the independents, huh? Even the independents. Just to show you, just to tell you, look, this Mr. Quinlan here, he's on his own. Whatever question he's raising here, he's on his own. So don't take him serious. He's just a waffler, basically. That's what they're saying when they do this. It's like a mini humiliation ritual in here, in where you pass all these bills and whatever.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Mayor. I'm also opposed to the motion. I think it's pointless, irrelevant. And
It's pointless to want to find out how many council houses go to foreign nationals. It's pointless. You don't need to know that. Isn't that fucking mad? Isn't that mad? There's so many layers to this, and this is a big part of covering it up. This part here where he even dare ask a question, you know? I'm half wondering, were they expecting Mr. Quinlan to ask such a question? Because they were really assured in all their responses to it.
Context is everything. And the context within which this motion is brought, and unfortunately seconded by Ain 2. And I don't believe it matters. Thanks for the clarification, Councillor.
All right. So he said it was Onto backed Patrick Quinlan up with this question. So he's saying that he's disappointed. Then he gets interrupted by Miss Ellen Troy, who's Onto, a representative Onto, and she throws a candidate under the bus for siding with Mr. Quinlan. So, like, looking at these people from just a normal, everyday citizen, you know, they're really just taking the piss out of us, people. They're just taking the piss out of us. And when a serious question gets asked, like, could you tell us how many council properties are being used to house foreign nationals? They all attack him and try ridicule him. And then to further add salt in there, Onto jumps in and goes, oh, hang on, that Onto weren't backing him. What are you talking about? It was actually just one of the members of Onto. So have a go at him. So that's Onto's outlook for you. They throw their own candidates under the bus. I knew there was something off about Onto. Ever since they start offering people lifts to job centres. That's when I knew there was something off Onto. But, you know, it takes other people longer to get there with certain parties. It's all of them, folks. It's all of them. The way they all gang up on Patrick Quinlan in this video should be a real fucking eye-opener for you. And they don't back down. He went out of his way there to, you know. Actually, it's not all Onto. It's just that one individual over there that's siding with Patrick Quinlan.
Councillor Troy, it's Councillor Sheehan alone. Thanks.
He looks like a right fucking narcissistic fucker as well, doesn't he? They all have that look. It's in the eyes. Imagine living with that thing. Fuck, you know.
Councillor Troy said that she didn't agree either, so she is not. It's not. It's not aimed to as a group. It's Councillor Sheehan on his own.
So it's not. So we still have uses for Onto. So we're not going to throw them under the bus just yet. We'll just throw one or two of their party members, and we'll let an Onto party member throw a fellow party member under the bus. Isn't that incredible? Isn't that fucking incredible? And then he's waving his head. See him waving his head? Watch when this splits back to him. I can't slow it down. Or can I? Yeah, I can. Watch this. Watch him do the nod of disapproval. Watch. See it? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? I'll need to do a dive on you. Because you are just showing prime example of narcissistic behaviour right there. With a big gold chain on you, huh? He thinks he's king, does he?
I want to thank all the councillors for the contribution. It's a very simple question. We have the information be collated. It's whether or not the councillors actually want to collate that information and make it available to the public. That's really it. We can talk all day, every day about building houses, supply. Unless we know what the demand is coming from foreign nationals, we're just going to concrete over the country and indeed the county just to build houses for people who have not even arrived here yet. So you're looking at a situation where houses are being built and there's people on the social housing list in excess of 15 years. It's unacceptable.
And I'll attest to this. I'll attest to what that man just said there. We all have family members. People listening to this, we know this for a fact. We all have family members who've been either sitting on the list or did sit on the list, the housing list, for a good 15 years. They had to live with their parents or live on someone's couch. 15 years, people. So he's telling the truth when he's saying these things. Because we all have personal experience of it with family members, you know, or friends, you know, or extended family, whatever. I know multiple people that this is. Hell, my own brother is on it, still on it. 8 years he's on it, you know. So, I mean, it's a fair point to make, especially if you've been voted in like Patrick has here for the National Party, to ask these legitimate questions. Like, we are a country, we are Ireland, right? We are an island called Ireland, okay? Shouldn't we be like housing Irish people? Because last time we checked the stats on this, 51% or 52%, whatever it was, of the council houses were actually going to foreign nationals, while we still had Irish homeless people. Like, are you fucking kidding me? All these people that are around him and attacking Patrick here are happy to just leave the Irish homeless while they flood the country and house them as they come into the country, you know? It's the injustice in that.
Unless we're willing to be transparent with people, if we have this information, if this information can be collated, it should be collated and it should be given to the public for their determination, not ours.
Brilliant. Excellent point. And as well as that, why won't they release them? I mean, they're happy enough to do the voting, you know? Is that maybe because they know for a fact that they're going to win on the more important votes that they want to win on? They know that they're going to win them, so they throw that out to us there, like, yeah, look, go on. Like I said, the no vote being the olive branch in a sense of, see, voting works, doesn't it? But then by the time the election comes around, all the very same people that were pushing that thing that we voted no against get in again? Huh? The same people that asked us to vote yes or no, got shut down big time. Like 82%, 83% of the country said no, capital letters. The very people that were pushing for a yes got back into power. Huh? How does that make sense? How does that make sense to people? Anyway, it's the voting part at the end here I want to show you. There's another 3 minutes left.
I do think that we should have some way of ensuring that people aren't given time to be divisive and to create division.
Look, here's another independent. Like, and you know when you look into some of these independents, they always have parties that they were a part of. Like, usually it's like ex-Fine Gael or ex-Fianna Fáil. So, what he just said there, let's go back here. Sorry. Here we go.
I do think that we should have some way of ensuring that people aren't given time to be divisive.
So in other words, he wants to shut Patrick Quinlan up. He wants to shut people up who ask questions like Patrick just asked there, this independent fella. Now, if anyone knows a bit of background on this, Jimmy Guerin, throw it in the comments, let people know, give them the information. Who is he? Is he ex-Fianna Fáil? Is he ex-Fine Gael? Is he ex-Sinn Féin? Who is he?
And to create division. And I just find it offensive as a councillor that we even debate it.
The motion is in order. Councillor Mulligan.
Sorry, I'd just like Councillor Quinlan to correct his wording when he said that people are coming in here who are not residents in the country and getting homes that are being built in this country before people on the social housing list.
I never said that. What I said was that house.
Well, he did. Well, if he didn't say it, I'll fucking say it, because that's a fact. That's what's happening, people. That's what's happening. You can live in denial all you want. I'm just not living in denial. I'm done with it.
Houses are being built for people who have not even arrived here yet. So let me clarify. Either you want me to clarify or you don't want me to clarify.
Yeah, you see, he's a smart bloke. And he knows that they'll try all these different things. So if you want me to clarify, I'll clarify for you. You know? Just let me clarify it first. Or are you just going to keep making shit up?
Right, I'll last response. We're just getting into a debate here rather than points of order. So I'll give you the final word for the last 10 seconds.
I'll give you, what will I give him? I'll give you 10 seconds. Go! Start in now. Narcissist. The gold chain isn't helping this man's mental capability. It's gone to his fucking head.
It's information. Why are we so afraid to collate the information and just...
See, they keep talking over him. Now, you said a key word there. It's just information. What are you so afraid of giving information out for? You know? In an open debate, isn't having information from both sides, from all sides, like when you go into court, say, you take information from both sides until you come to a conclusion, don't you? You know?
It's just information. It's a question I have got asked quite a lot over the last 5 years of being active in the Blanchetown-Mulhutter constituency. I did put it forward as a question. The question was denied. That's fair enough. I put it forward as a motion just to try and get the data that people want. People want answers to these types of questions.
Well, Patrick, unfortunately, all these people around you, all these snakes around you, don't want that information coming out. That's why they attacked you like that. That's why they all got up, their hairs on the back of their neck stood up, and they all got really fucking defensive.
And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to ask these types of questions.
Do you accept the manager's report?
Okay, even the way he talk, do you accept the manager's report? Well, do you? You know? Attitude on this guy. Shrug of the shoulders. Huh?
Okay, so you're putting to a vote?
Let's see how they vote, will we? So this is to get information about how many foreign nationals are in Irish council houses, How many foreign nationals are currently residing in council properties in Ireland, right? He wants to put that forward question to see if we can find out what percentage is that. So here's how they voted on it. I'm sure you know the outcome already. There you go. Here's the way they do their little voting council meetings. Straight away. Let's pause it as we go, right? Straight away. Boom. No. David Healy, James Humphreys, Ted Leddy, Brian McDonough. No. Within 5 seconds, they said no. Boom. Another 3. Dean Mulligan, Paul Mulville, and Angela Donnelly. Oh, there's another good bunch there. Malachy Quinn, Brendan Ryan, Cathal Haughey. 1 yes. And look, it's the bloke who's raising the question himself is the only one who says yes. Not mad. Not mad, people. The only one who said yes so far is the guy who actually raised the question itself. There's some in here. Like, look at this one. J.K. Onmurere, proper Irish name that. Wonder what that person voted. Shall we see?
One vote for.
So there you have it. Some of them didn't even abstain. They didn't bother even pressing a button to vote on it, which was Cathal Boland, Owen Dockrell, Tanya Doyle, Breda Hannafy, Joan Hopkins, Tom Kitt, Joe Newman, and Owen O'Brien. Didn't even bother to push 2 buttons in front of them. Bear in mind, all these people that are sitting in here are paid €350 a day. A day, folks. To sit in here and press yes or no on a fucking button thing in front of them, and these fuckers can't even be arsed pressing anything. And all the ones that voted no straight away, look at. So like, questions that we have as Irish people, as Irish nationalists out here, if they dare get asked, this is what happens to people that ask them questions in there. So is there any point in fucking the voting system at all? Is there any, and you might say, oh well, you're just reacting like that because they're not agreeing with what you're saying. Not agreeing with what I'm saying. Oh, it was a simple question, people. How many foreigners are living in council houses in Ireland? That was the question. Is that a racist question? Is that why people would be worried about it? Oh, that's a bit racist to ask that question, isn't it? No. I'd ask it because we have 14,000, or is it 14,500 homeless Irish people in the country. So you're denying, all the people that are saying no here are denying that those 14,500 people even exist because they don't want to answer the question of how many people are in these council houses. You get me? The whole fucking system is rigged, folks. It's all rigged. And fair play to you, Patrick Quinlan, for showing the world this corruption. They're all happy to keep this gravy train going as long as that's why they're all voting no. Some of them are fucking no within seconds. But yeah, there you go. That's what happens if you try to ask how many foreigners are in council houses in Ireland. What percentage? That's what happens.